Florida Civic Literacy Exam Practice Test Online. Question 1. Who vetoes bills? The President, the Chief Justice, the Speaker of the House, the Senate Majority Leader. The President has the power to reject or veto legislation passed by Congress. Question 2. What stops one branch of government from becoming too powerful? Checks and balances, federalism, the filibuster, executive privilege. The system of checks and balances prevents any single branch of government from accumulating too much power. Question 3. What is the supreme law of the land in the United States? The Constitution, the Declaration of Independence, the Articles of Confederation, the Emancipation Proclamation. The U.S. Constitution is the supreme law of the land, establishing the framework of the federal government. Question 4. Which of the following is a power of the federal government under the Constitution? To print money, to issue driver's licenses, to manage public schools, to determine local zoning. Printing and coining money is an exclusive power granted to the federal government. Question 5. Who is the Commander-in-Chief of the U.S. military? The President, the Secretary of Defense, the Chief Justice, the Vice President. Under Article 2 of the Constitution, the President of the United States serves as the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces. Question 6. What are the first 10 amendments to the Constitution called? The Bill of Rights, the Preamble, the Federalist Papers, the Magna Carta. The Bill of Rights consists of the first 10 amendments, guaranteeing fundamental civil liberties. Question 7. What territory did the United States buy from France in 1803? The Louisiana Territory, Alaska, Florida, Texas. The U.S. purchased the Louisiana Territory from France in 1803, doubling the size of the nation. Question 8. How many amendments does the U.S. Constitution have? 27, 10, 21, 33. The Constitution has been amended 27 times since it was adopted. Question 9. Who was president during World War I? Woodrow Wilson, Franklin D. Roosevelt, Theodore Roosevelt, Harry Truman. Woodrow Wilson served as president during the First World War. Question 10. If the president can no longer serve, who becomes president? The vice president, the Speaker of the House, the Secretary of State, the Chief Justice. The vice president is first in the presidential line of succession. Question 11. Which branch of the government writes the laws? Legislative branch, executive branch, judicial branch, military branch. The legislative branch, which consists of Congress, the Senate and the House of Representatives, is responsible for making laws. Question 12. What is the highest court in the United States? The Supreme Court, the Federal Court of Appeals, the Court of Military Appeals, the District Court. The Supreme Court of the United States is the highest court in the federal judiciary. Question 13. The House of Representatives has how many voting members? 435, 150, 538. The House of Representatives has 435 voting members, apportioned based on state population. Question 14. We elect a U.S. representative for how many years? 2, 4, 6, 8. U.S. representatives are elected to serve 2-year terms. Question 15. We elect a U.S. senator for how many years? 6, 2, 4, 8. U.S. senators serve 6-year terms, with elections staggered so that about 1/3 of the Senate is up for election every 2 years. Question 16. What is the economic system in the United States? Capitalist, market, economy, command economy, socialist economy, traditional economy. The United States operates primarily as a capitalist, or free market, economy. Question 17. How many U.S. senators are there? 150, 435, 9. There are 100 U.S. senators. Each of the 50 states is represented by 2 senators. Question 18. Which of the following is a power reserved to the states? Providing schooling and education, declaring war, creating an army, making treaties. Under the 10th Amendment, powers not delegated to the federal government, like education, are reserved to the states. Question 19. Who is the father of our country? George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Abraham Lincoln, Benjamin Franklin. George Washington is known as the father of our country for his leadership during the founding of the nation. Question 20. What did the Emancipation Proclamation do? Freed the slaves in the Confederate States, ended the Revolutionary War, gave women the right to vote, declared independence from Great Britain. Issued by Abraham Lincoln, it declared that all enslaved people in Confederate-held territory were legally free.